We are live. I'm waiting for the other half of the screen to appear so that I can. There it goes. It almost spilled my tea on top of it. Good morning, good morning. It is 1 a.m. I am technically on my shift, which I'm normally a third shifter, and so I am up tonight painting and catching up on YouTube videos. And tomorrow is the Ohio Doll Show. Oh my gosh, how exciting! The Doll Show is tomorrow. If you are in and around Ohio, the Cleveland area, make sure you stop on up and say hello. So we're going to be painting the rest of the nails of Charlie. Remember, I said this is the one that we were working on last time. This is Charlie, and we're working on his nails. His hair is next, and then so if we have time and we finish his nails, we will start the blushing. I think the third blushing layer on this little one here. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. I absolutely love her. This is Quimby by Laura Lee Eagles, and we could possibly be blushing her as well. So good Sunday morning to you. It is currently, let's look at the time. What time do we have? It is 1:05 a.m. It is Sunday morning. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to sit here and paint and chat as people come along. So I got my tea. It's not coffee. I got my tea with me. Iced tea, that is. So, yeah. I was working on this cute little foot here. Oh my gosh, so cute. So I was doing the nail tips, and how I do that is I don't paint the tips on, I erase the paint. So instead of adding paint, I'm erasing paint. So it is technically, well, it's Saturday night, now it's Sunday morning. He's got the cutest little nails. I hope we're on the right channel here, because I don't see anybody. Yeah, I am on the right channel. Because I have another channel as well. It's like, am I on Mom's silly channel? Oh my gosh. You can see the paint that I'm using here. This is actually the blushing layer that I'm going to use on Quimby and this nail bed. Well, actually, it's the creasing color. Actually, pretty similar. I could probably get away with the creasing color for Quimby. So I'll probably be up around 3 or 4, take a nap, get up again, go to the doll show. I'm very excited about it, and I will definitely make a video on the doll show that we are attending tomorrow. Wonder what vintage dolls we can find. It's generally a vintage doll show, but people do sell reborns there. In general, some people, the reason I'm not a vendor there no more. I was a vendor a couple of times. Antique dolls, the vintage dolls. But when they do want reborns, they want the reborns that are the replicas. And I don't make the replicas, so my babies don't sell there. What is your plans for the weekend? Let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, so I'm very excited about tomorrow. I am planning on finding some good finds there tomorrow. Look at those cute little nails. Oh my gosh. It's got such tiny little nails. So there is a baby there. I wonder if she's still there. There is a lady who is selling, what is the name of the doll? She looks just like the doll that we used to fight over in kindergarten class. Back in the day when I was in kindergarten, we had nap time, we had play time. It was mostly like playtime. That's what it seemed like to me. But every little girl were fighting over the one doll, and it was, I think it was or similar to the I can't think of the name of the vintage dolls. I have to really get educated on the names of them and get educated on the names of all my vintage dolls that I have in my collection. Baby Deer, that's it, Baby Deer. That's a cute name though. Oh, those little nails. All right, let's work on the next foot. Ah, thank you for the thumbs up. That's so cute. We got 0 people and 1 thumbs up. That's adorable. Thank you. Oh, okay. I see you now. Thank you. Hey, Valley babies. Good morning or good evening to you, depending on where you're at. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we're going to get a new toothpick for this. Every foot should get a new toothpick. Toothpick. So, what are you up to tonight, Valley babies? Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you. Thank you. So, like I said, we're doing nail tips. Instead of painting nail tips, we are taking paint off. We're not painting. We're not putting paint on. We're taking paint off. And this is a very, very delicate job because you can easily go root and screw it up and take off the whole nail bed paint. And it's nearly impossible to, very nearly impossible to fix, especially with acrylic. I'm not sure if you can do it heat set paints, but this is acrylic air dry. So if you're just joining or watching this on replay, I do paint with acrylic air dry paints. And this is like my little trick. In that way, the nail bed, the actual nail itself looks natural. So we're not like, it doesn't come off. I used to paint over the tip, the paint that was taken off. I used to paint over to kind of make it more like brighter, but it looked fake. So now I do it this way. This is how I do it. Once we get regular internet, hopefully the video will be a little more clear and like that. Back you guys up a little bit. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm all excited about that. So yeah, I'll be working on some babies. These are for the doll show. This is for the Kansas doll show. So if you're going to the Kansas doll show, this baby will be available there. And I've had some people who have asked if I had a website. No, I don't. I don't know how to set up one, so maybe I'll have my son help me set up a website. I don't have any babies for sale. It's not that often that I have any for sale because of my full-time job, which I'm a third shifter. So basically, I make babies when I can, and I work on them for about a couple hours every day. I plan to have about 5 or 6 at the doll show, and whatever doesn't sell will be posted on the Kansas site and on my social media. I do pretty good on the social media. Oh, by the way, we were talking about TikTok. I just got TikTok, and like I don't see any difference between TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. They're all like they have the same. It's all like a bunch of shorts, like videos. It's all the same videos that I see on Instagram. There is no live feature for me to go there, so I don't know how useful that is to me. So I don't know if I will be using that app. So I may get rid of it. Um, I don't see anything interesting on there. I don't know. Maybe I have to learn more before I decide to delete it. But I was bummed out. I couldn't go live. I'm like, man, I wanted to try to go live because you can go live anywhere else pretty much, but not there. You have to have, I think, 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know how you go about getting 1,000 subscribers. I posted a couple things there, and it's still all of them are on 0 likes still. So they're not getting any kind of traffic, and I don't know how to go about doing that. That's a bummer. So far, I think I'm doing actually pretty well on this new channel. I miss my old channel. I lost all kinds of memories. That is like the thing that, oh my gosh, totally bums me out, is I lost so many memories from, I had that channel for like nearly 10 years and I lost it. It got stolen. If I was a big YouTuber, a couple of big YouTubers that happened to them, and uh, they paid somebody to get back their channel. Who knows? Maybe I still can. I don't know. I'll have to see about that, but then I'll have to transfer everything over from here to there. Which I wouldn't mind. I want my memories back. I totally do. I want my memories back. Oh, Susie Akers. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry you're under a different name. Hey, Susie, what's happening? What are you doing? Are you excited for Kansas? It's kind of neat because, like, yeah, you'll be at Kansas, and you get to see the babies as I'm painting them on live stream, and like, hey, I remember you're painting that baby. So, what are you up to tonight, other than watching? We had some good conversation going on. We had Stacy's rainbow babies here. I hope we can make it. Oh, I hope so too. Oh no, I hope you can too. I know sometimes I say that because then I'm like, am I going to get these babies done in time? All right. Those are his nails. Ooh, look how cute. I am not good. I am not good at nail beds. That's my only weakness about reborning dolls. I have to um, get better at that. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. I don't know if I've ever experienced a migraine. Yeah, that's a Charlie leg. So here's his other foot. Did I do his other? Yeah, I did the other one. Here's his other foot. And there's his nails. I am not very good at nails. That's one thing I really have to like study up. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, like they and his wife, they just had their baby the other day, and there's a good close-up of his nail. Here's Charlie. Look at that little face. I still gotta insert the eyes to kind of get a feel of what he looks like and start paint when I start painting his hair, because it'll help me. So, all right, we're gonna move on to Quinby, and we're gonna put on a light blushing layer. Oh, thank you. So we'll try this, even though they look the same. Well, on camera, this one looks darker than that one. We'll see. It's very, very pink. Just stir it up. Migraines are no fun. I remember you came that one year to the doll show, and we were all not feeling well. We were not feeling too good. All right, we have Miss Quimby here. Look at her. Let me adjust the camera so we can fit her big old head in here. There we go. There she is. This is going to be probably the only blondie, so I'm going to go for it, and this baby is going to be a towhead. So she's going to have some luscious blonde hair. So I want to practice my blonde hair. I need to practice my ethnic painting as well, but I don't know how much time I have for that. We'll see what happens. Yes, it was a rough year. Heck yeah, it was a very rough year. Yep. Yes, ma'am, it was. And let me tell you, I couldn't believe it. I ended up going later. I missed my flight. I was sick, but I was getting over my sickness. So technically, I wasn't sick anymore, but I was getting over my sickness. Let's see if I can try to get this in so you can see what I'm doing. Um, but that still didn't feel too well. So yeah, let's see what this looks like on here. I don't want to put too much. This is a new color that I just mixed, so we're going into unknown territory here for the first time together using a new mix. Let's try it on the neck. Nice and pink. I'm trying to get more of the pinks with this more warmer vinyls. Sweet Angels Nursery, how are you doing? Good to see you. Ooh, I like it. Okay. I like it. I like it. We got some nice coloring going on here. Sometimes, good things happen when you just kind of do them on the spot on live. So just kind of playing around with some colors here on a doll show, baby. It makes me nervous a little bit sometimes. I'm a very slow painter too. Well, slower on live because I'm live. Just keeping an eye on live stream too. So some people can paint nice and fast, which is good. Wish I was like that. Had the zoomies, like my cat. What you been up to, Sweet Angels Nursery? It's good to see you. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I love answering questions. Gives me something to talk about. Yeah, we had some good conversation. We were talking about the Truman Show and everything. It was how we're all like, it feels like we're living in the Truman Show. Yeah, I'm liking this color pretty good. Did you hear that I had a minor heart attack from last August? I stayed in the hospital. My heart blood pressure was super high. I did not hear that. I am so sorry to hear that, Sweet Angels Nursery. No, I did not. How are you doing? I am so sorry to hear that. Being cautious of how much coloring I'm putting on here. I hope you're feeling better. How are you doing now? Did you have to get a stent put in? Because that's like the case with my family. We have heart issues, and unfortunately, I got to get checked out. Ah. Sherry is busy with that new baby so that she isn't painting dolls right now. Aw. Oh, goodness, sweet angel. Yeah. I'm praying for you. To get these out of the way. Put this here. There's a lot of foods that I can't eat now. My kidney is acting up. I am so sorry to hear about that. How's your heart doing? So did you end up getting a stent? Because like most of my brothers and sisters had heart issues and they had to get a stent. Most everybody in my family has one. I'm waiting to be the next, unfortunately. But I try to keep hydrated and I try to like eat, I was on an 80 was on an 80/20 diet, and unfortunately I fell off of that. I got to get back on there again. So went shopping today, or yesterday I should say. So I slept all day, so technically I am on my schedule. I woke up at 10 o'clock this evening. Let's see, had something to eat, fed the animals. Now I'm painting. I'm probably going to be up till 4 a.m. So I'm technically on my schedule. So yeah, I didn't eat the best thing. I had waffles. That's not good with peanut butter and not the healthiest. Yeah, we went food shopping today, so I got avocados, and hopefully I'll eat them this time. They had to increase the mg, the now taking 2 different kinds of blood pressure per day. Yeah, they technically I'm supposed to be on blood pressure medications. I've been trying to do some meditations and been trying to do stuff that you know brings down your blood pressure. Okay, we're gonna go for it, and we're gonna give this baby a little more lip color too. Hopefully you can see this. we're going to be daring and do some lip coloring. That's one part of reborning is like, oh my gosh, the lip coloring. Adding on to her lip colors. Yeah, I'm kind of have a phobia of doctors. I don't know. Like there was a doctor, she's never met me before. She technically told me that she's like your blood pressure's high, but like your cholesterol is fine for now or something. But we're going to go ahead and put you on cholesterol medicine, which I did some research on that before even trying, even I was about to take it and found out that statin drugs aren't very good for you. So I have to find a doctor. It's so hard for me to trust doctors. So I have to find one that I mean, if there was a doctor like the guy that did Mark's surgery, because we trust him, thank God, because that was a huge surgery that Mark had. He had um, he got like 12 inches of his colon removed. And this guy made it like he was such a nice guy. I mean, it matters. It does matter. It matters that you trust your doctor and that they're down to earth. Like, because the other guy, surgeon, was not that, I don't know. He was just his bedside manners weren't too good. Plus, the hospital gave me those tiny pills that you put under the tongue if you have chest pains again. I wonder what those chest pains. I've had chest pains before, but I never know if they're heart attacks or what, but they're not. I know it's weird. And then when I go to drink water or something, they go away. But then again, I've had um, shingles, and I think that's with you for life, and that never goes away. And it mimicked a heart attack because it was on my left side. So technically, they say shingles affects one side of your body, and it can like make your nerves hurt or something. And I thought I was having a heart attack. It wasn't. It was like shingles in my whole. It looked like I had this rash on the back of my neck. It looked like a hickey. It was really weird. So I was on medications for that. This runs in my family. My mom and my little brother died from. Oh, I am so sorry from that. I hope I don't. My dad passed away from a heart attack. It's a little scary. A little bit scary. I don't want that to be me. That's why I got to find a doctor. Plus the hot flashes. So beware if you're not in the menopausal state yet. Just a fair warning, hot flashes is a very real thing, and it's horrible. It's horrific. By the way, today, the date that my mother died today in 27. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah. My mom had, it runs in my mom and dad's side of the family. But that's not what my mom passed away from. She passed away from cirrhosis of the liver due to drinking. So she had substance abuse for many, many, many years, basically since she was a teenager. She had substance abuse, and this is what it led to her, because unfortunately she got too addicted to alcohol, and that's what happened. And I think that's when, back in the day, when she had a nervous breakdown, from what I heard, she was pregnant with my brother too. Back in the day, they didn't hesitate to give you like medications for it, and then it ends up being um, addictive. You can get addicted to it. Have you heard any reviews of Primrose? No. Um, the thing about Primrose, I did order two of them, and I declined to pay for the rest because I got a couple notices. I got to get a hold of Brenda and tell her go ahead and, well, keep the money, of course. Unfortunately, I lose my deposit on that, but I don't. I want to save as much money as I can for the travels for September for the doll show, but I looked at her again, and like she looks cute, but she looks similar to Quimby. I don't know. I love Laura Lee Eagle's babies, don't get me wrong. A lot of them look the same. So it already looks like a baby that I already have. So I declined, and I just, you know. Man. Like this baby, I think she's adorable. I think she's absolutely adorable, but she's a little bit plain for me. I don't know. I'm not picking on people, really. I'm not. I heard the measurements are off. Oh, of Primrose? Now, there's a new one. She's coming out with a preemie. That one I want. I'm very picky on the size of the babies that I collect or paint. Very picky. And like the baby I'm painting right now, a lot of people like bigger babies, but I don't. She's a little too big for my liking. I love the bigger newborns, the larger preemies, like 17 inches, 16, 17 inches is basically what I collect or paint. I mean, I paint bigger dolls. Don't get me wrong. I do paint like this is as big as I will get. Hey, Astrogen. That's who I collect, but you're right. Several are too close to the same. Yeah, they're just a primrose looks a lot like this one. And I um, this is the second Quimby that I am painting. The first one I do believe Maria has. She did adopt the other one. I just don't care for the sculpt too much. She's beautiful, but I just it's just something that I'm not interested in. But I know somebody would be interested in her, especially when she's gonna have blonde hair. So I'm gonna experiment with her. I think she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I just think she just looks like ordinary. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I'm picking on Laura Lee Eagles. If you're watching, she's beautiful, but the sculpts look a lot alike. A lot of them look the same. But the other one, she is coming out with a teeny little 16-inch kit, and I am gonna get because I like the small babies. Evie, let's see, Evie, Charlotte are pretty close as well. Yeah, I have. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, 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 yep. You're right. I was thinking you were talking about Birdie. That's from. Wait, is that Laura Lee Eagles? Birdie, little Birdie. A little more paint on her forehead. Because she's adorable. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I am not picking on Laura Lee Eagles. I think her work is just fantastic. These are great babies to make and sell. She looks like a 3-month old size. And we collect Laura's babies. You have a birdie? I have a birdie as well. I sold mine. Unfortunately, I sold the one that I had painted in the past. Stephanie had painted that baby for me in the past, and she brought her to the Rose Doll show, and I picked her up there. And I did like her coloring because she gave her a pretty good newborn coloring. I think that's the pinkest baby I've ever seen her paint before. I loved her, and then I did her hair painting, and she was perfect. And then I think I needed money for the next doll show I was going to, so I ended up like, well, got to sell her. I so totally regretting selling Quinlan. Oh, I so totally regret that. That was a two-part baby, or that was a baby that was painted by both of them. I do like Jackie's hair painting. No way, she's my superstar. So I am missing that baby. I do believe I called him Andrew. Did I call that one Andrew? What did I call him? I don't know, but I totally so regret selling that doll. Because he was a Quinlan. And he had pretty good hair painting too. I liked his hair painting. I liked his coloring. Everything about him. He was very unique. All reborns are unique. This is a good way to put big mottling on the head. Pika. Who's Pika by? Is that... Yeah, I'm waiting for this arrow to go. I love what you're doing with this one. Yeah, she could have had some cute blonde hair. She is going to be a cutie. I might fall in love with her. You never know. I just may fall in love with her. You never know. I don't know what I did with my bigger brush on there. What the heck happened to the bigger brush? So this is one of the many, many washes that I put on my reborns, and I'm trying to get my brush work around. Can't wait to play with the blonde hair. Charlie is going to start his blonde hair next. Now that we finished his nails do not look like anything I want for him, but it'll be okay. I don't think I totally look at the nails when I buy a reborn, but I mean, every little bit helps. I gotta practice on my nails. I'd buy her with the layers you have already. Oh, this one here? I'll let you know if she doesn't sell at the Kansas Doll Show. Yeah, she's going to have many more layers because during the baking process, the paint tends to lighten up when I bake and then when I put the Genesis matte varnish on her. If she was a no-bake baby, it lightens up not that much. It pretty much stays the same, but it does lighten up just a tad bit, not too much. This is a pretty color, isn't it? So I was a little worried about this mix. These are some big mottling circles. You can do mottling circles. And so I really want to get into some 3D depth hair painting. So that's what she's going to be for. We're going to definitely be practicing on this baby. Need to find my brush. I love how her veining looks. I don't know if you can see it, but she's got some veining going on, and then the mottling, and then I did some capillaries. She's got tiny little capillaries going on there. I love the look of that. I love the look of a baby that's not too veiny, but they got the nice capillaries. What did I do with my other brush? Brushes are escaping me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Aw, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Oh, she's cute. I like her. It's just that, like, I like her babies, like I have Miracle, that one day I'll paint her. She's got a lot of expression to her. I think mine's going to be a boy. I'm not sure. I've had that kit forever. Thank God. I have that kit. And one day I'm a little nervous because, like, if I mess up on her, I can't, it's hard to fix them up. But she's for me. I love Miracle. That baby had some expression. So that's like, she does come out with newborns that have expressions to them. And some of them don't. Like, some of them are older looking, which is fine. I want a Miracle. Haven't found one, though. Yeah, they're hard to find. There are people like me who actually have a kit up in their stash. I think my friend that lives here in Ohio, she's an artist as well. I'm pretty sure she's got one too because she's got, I think her thing is, honestly, I don't think she, I mean, how do I word this? I think she likes to paint babies, but I think more so she enjoys collecting kits more than actually painting them, if that makes any sense. I'm pretty sure she has a Miracle in her stash. She's been reborning Oh my gosh, since I have. Her babies are tend to be on they're very, very pale. So she paints porcelain like reborns. They're pretty if you like babies that look white like porcelain dolls. But when I was her helper at my very first doll show, which was the Down East Doll Show back in 2013, she sold all her dolls. She sold them all. Her rooting is phenomenal. She's got some nice rooting. I'm not that patient. I can do it. That's why I was saying never say you can't do something because you can. That's why I say I can do it. Don't say you can't do it. I just don't want to. I just don't want to I just don't have the patience. Since I quit my hard job, now I can make babies again. I have a whole lot to start on. Awesome. That is just so awesome. Get working on them babies. Wish I can do that. Wish I can quit my job and work on babies. Unfortunately, the bills just don't go away. I wish they would. And I really to be honest with you, I don't want this to become my primary job. I would hate doing this because I made the mistake with photography. I became a everything, but for a while I was a wedding photographer and I started hating it because it felt like so much competition. So much competition with photographers. I started hating it. The last wedding I did was my sister's wedding and I hated it. It was just an awful day for so many reasons I don't want to say. I just don't enjoy it no more. Now I do. Now I do. Now that I do it for family and friends and do it pretty much for free. And then I wanted to join these clubs that do free photography, basically a help portrait type thing. Um, and they rejected me because my pictures didn't look professional enough for them. Okay, whatever. Whatever you say. I'm doing this for free and you got to pay to join this club to be able to help people. That doesn't make any sense. Look at those ears. I finished Owen that Janan gave me. He turned out so sweet. Oh, bring him to Kansas with you. I want to see him. I want to meet him. So speaking of real babies, my daughter she sent me a video tonight of she was doing the Doppler thing tonight and listening to the baby's heart, and so she filmed the baby moving. The baby was moving around in her belly, and he was like kicking her, and just like Mama, just like his mama, she was a kickies. Hello, Della's bundle of loves. How are you doing? Good to see you. I'm gonna use my retirement. Yeah, I wish I can retire. I like my job. It was stressful last night. It was. I'm not gonna lie. It was stressful last night at work. I had a lot of a certain thing I had to do I didn't like. But a lot of times, it's I like it. It's production. I like it, and it pays good money for third shift. So that's why I had to go to third shift. I wish I could go back to first shift, but third shift pays pretty good money. So I kind of got used to that, and it'd be hard to take a good pay cut. I don't want to do that. Plus, I like being on third shift, and like everybody is really chill. Everybody's pretty cool, and everybody leaves you alone. Sit there and listen to all my podcasts and just work away in my own little world. Della says, doing okay, just working. Are you a nurse? No, I'm not. No, I'm a reborn artist. Oh, but I do work for a medical company. I'm not a nurse, but I do work for a company that makes things for operating rooms, like tools and stuff like that. So, yeah, medical stuff, like major medical things. Um, it's fun. It's kind of neat making certain things knowing that it's going to help somebody in an operating room, which is pretty cool. It's like just think this device. There's like devices that go into people and stuff like that, and like I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe one day, that's going to be implanted in somebody. And then they make these devices that are for surgeons. What are they? Smoke. It's like this thing that when they do cauterizing, there's like a device that goes on a cauterizing machine so that the smoke is technically when you're cauterizing a patient, you're burning their flesh or burning whatever to keep them from bleeding. Yep, I'm not a nurse, but I do work at in the medical field, which is cool. It pays good money because it is medical. And like for now, never say never because you don't want to put it out in the universe that like it's a secure job, it's medical, you'll never lose your job, and you never know what happened because there is another medical company that started making these same devices. They just started in another country. They stole our patent. Something happened there, and then we suddenly dropped in business, and then we didn't have no work for a little while there, not too much in certain things. Thank goodness they make multiple things. They make literally a lot of things. So, very, very fortunate for that. Sometimes I feel like a doctor wearing these gloves. The main purpose of wearing vinyl gloves is so that I don't get the oils from my hands onto the kit because I hang on to them. And then there's like these little grippy things at the end of them, which is really cool. It's a new technology thing. These help me hold tools better than I would with my own hands because I technically have butter fingers. I can do precision work better wearing these type of gloves that have the actual little grippy things at the end, and you can hold like a paintbrush like with precision without it slipping out of your hands, which is cool. I quit mine because it's harder on me now. Too much stress trying to get all the rooms clean, amount of time working. Oh yeah, I used to clean rooms for a living too back in my 20s. Yeah. I used to do that as well. Gotta stir the paint. I used to work for the Holiday Inn and clean rooms, and I hated that also. I think nowadays they probably just don't even care. But I remember cleaning the rooms, and they would get all over your case if there was one hair. They would check. There would be like, so you would clean the room. This was like what, back in the 90s? You go and clean the rooms, and then some supervisor would come up after and then check every floor that, like everybody, like me and other people who clean the rooms, they'd come check it and everything, and they'd get on your case over like there. I mean, I get it. I get it. If I saw a hair in there, I guess that's a good thing. Drove me crazy. I just never liked making beds, and you only had 30 minutes per room, and gosh, it took me much longer than that for everything you got to do, especially making the bed. King size beds. Oh my gosh. There's some pretty disgusting things I found in room that just grossed me out, and I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. So I am very thankful. I found my dream job. Unfortunately, it's on third shift. But I'm very lucky every day that I get to go to work and I have a job. So that's what pays my bills. Reborn Dolls is my supplement, and I'm trying to get on social media. I'm trying to get up where my social media was with my old channel. I had 14,000 subscribers. I know that's not much to. It was a lot to me, and like I said, all my memories. So I'm trying to rebuild with that. I just joined TikTok, and that seems like that doesn't offer anything so far. I don't know. Her little ears are coming alive. Oh, really? Sherry was a surgical assistant. So does she do that anymore? I remember you saying that. I remember. I remember hearing about that. Find my brush. I need a reborn doll assistant. I need somebody to hand me my brushes because they keep rolling away from me on the table. I quit mine because it was harder on me now. Too much stress trying to get all the rooms clean. I'm out 20, working there 24 years. Oh my goodness. 24 years. That's a lot of years. They expect me to get them done quickly while I was trying to calm down in between with this high blood pressure, so I quit. I would say you made the best decision for you there. Sometimes you just have to quit. And I honestly think last night, like at work, that's one of the few times, thank goodness, that I get stressed out because there's certain things like that I assemble together, um, certain medical things that I assemble, and then they had me working on the harder ones, the ones that are difficult. The ones that nobody likes, they hand them to me. And some people can do a whole bunch of them quicker in a quick amount of time, but not me. Nope, takes me forever. Inside that mouth. But, hey, I always say quality over quantity, right? So I take my time and do it right. So I see these people zooming through in 10 minutes. making, like, they come in lots, you know, and they zoom through them in 10 minutes and it takes me 30 minutes. And I'm like, what? How the heck do you do that? I try to ask people without sounding stupid. I'm like, how do you do that in 10 minutes? You know? But I'm naturally just slow at everything just because I'm one of those perfectionists, I guess. I don't know. I just like want to make sure it's done correctly. So even with reborn dolls, I tend to be slower with them. She's a stay at home mom. RJ has disabilities. Yeah, that's the best thing to be is a stay-home mom. My daughter works where I work. My kids work where I work. So, but they work for a shift. Wish I can work for a shift with them. I used to, and it was a lot of fun. It was fun working with the kiddos. I enjoyed it. But when Mark's cancer thing happened, actually, third shift happened on a thing because of his cancer, and I needed to be home during the day to um, help him with his cancer treatments, chemotherapy, and all that, and then eventually surgery. So I went on third shift for that reason, not really the reason for pay. And then now that, thank God, praise God, that he is right now cancer free, thank God. Um, I decided to stay because originally I was going to leave third shift and come back to first, but the pay is just too good on third that I don't want to miss out on it. The pay during first shift is actually pretty good too. It's like the most paying job that I've ever seen, that I've ever been at, because it's medical. But third shift, that's pretty good money. So yeah, I'd be losing a lot of money if I you know. Plus, I really don't miss the hassles of, you know, a billion people working in the same room as you, sharing a table with somebody. I get a whole room to myself, the whole lab. I work in a lab. I wear one of them lab coats, so I look like a doctor. And I wear one of them like little beanie things and all that. Um, but I get the whole side of the lab to myself. I was like, ooh, I love it. I get all these tables to work on myself. I get, you know, so on the nights we have a lot of work, I just bring it all to my table, and then I just sit there and do my thing and listen to my favorite podcast or YouTube's like a podcast. She's so pretty. I love the reactions I get every time I bring the dolls that I make to the store. They thought it was a real baby. That's why I do the reaction videos on my channel. Yes, I love reaction channels. I definitely got to do more of those. Actually, we're gonna be filming tomorrow. Tomorrow's the doll show. Or today I should say. Today's the doll show. Whoever's in Ohio, meet me at the doll show. It's in Strongsville. If you're out of state, come on up. It's worth the drive. Come on up to Strongsville. Meet me at the doll show. Lots of beautiful vintage babies. I'm going to add on to my collection. I'm so excited. I'm going to be adding on to my collection tomorrow. Woohoo! I'm going to get a few more of them Bratz dolls too. They look really cute hanging around the vintage babies. They just kind of sit there with them. They don't go together. That's what makes it so special, is that they kind of clash in a way, like, because there's these vintage babies and you got these Bratz dolls just kind of sitting there hanging around. I'm a CNA on third shift. Oh, nice. Okay, so what is the difference between CNA, RNA, well, not RNA, CNA, what is it, a nurse? There's the RN, and then, so what's the difference? I'm going to add a silicone baby this year. Awesome. I want to try my hand painting a silicone baby. That would be nice. I'd like to try my hand at it. I'm afraid. I think I'll buy a practice head or something. I seen some at the doll show. Some of them are real expensive just for a head to make a cuddle baby. All right, that's her face. Let's do a hand. Let's work on the hand. Up on the wall. Got a hand here. I'd like to find a Tiny Tears someday. Well, I'll let you know if I find one at the doll show tomorrow. There's a lot of. I should have bought Baby That Away. Some guy was selling one, and I'm gonna hope that he's there again. He's usually there, but he had a Baby That Away brand new in a box from 1974. But I slapped myself. I didn't get it. Baby Deer was $400 and I didn't want to spend it. She was definitely well worth it, but like, she was in good shape, but I didn't have, that wasn't my budget. So sometimes you have a budget that you're planning for. You would defend a respirator. Oops, definitely need a respirator. Oh, okay, gotcha. So, yeah, Sherry says I definitely need a respirator. For painting silicones, okay. I do wear one while I'm doing the varnishing process, but that's not too bad because like I'm only doing it for a couple hours at most, 2 hours. I can't wear it any longer than that. It drives me nuts. You love a baby deer too? Yeah, for silicone. Yep. I know what you mean. Yeah. If I can talk her down to, you know, a certain price, maybe I will. I don't know. That's technically, yeah, my budget for tomorrow is for not that much either. So if I do see the baby deer, I probably wouldn't be able to afford her. And she's definitely worth it. She's definitely, she's so cute. She looks just like the babies we used to fight over in kindergarten. So if I find that baby that away, I think he wanted like $50. So I'm kind of cheap when I go to those doll shows because I only like expect them to be only like $10 or something like that. But of course, when I go to Kansas doll show, I end up spending, 700 bucks on a silicone. But this is just for a blank silicone. But you guys painted her so beautiful. Terry and Sherry painted my silicone. By the way, she doesn't have a name. I'm currently rooting her. I started rooting her several months ago, and she's on the back burner. That's why I haven't been showing her on my channel, because she's right now on the back burner, because I want to get show babies done first before I make her. I do want to get her finished because I do want to bring her. A lot of people do want to see her at Kansas. Most people bring their silicone babies. I want to bring my silicone baby, and I want her to have a full head of dark hair. So I love her. I hope to get one someday. Novalee. That's who it was. Novalee. You guys painted my Novalee. By the way, I like your emojis. Is that like a Starbucks or coffee or something? Looks like coffee. I'm drinking my tea. I guess that's what her name is for now. Novalee. I have to think of a name. Help me think of some names. And I feel bad because she's just sitting in the bassinet with the other silicone doll. They're just chilling. I just don't, for whatever reason, I don't like the way my hands feel after handling a silicone doll. I do not like how my hands feel slippery, like because of the powders and everything. I don't like that feel. A little more color in there. Just call her Novalee. I don't like that name. No. I call her that for now, but I don't like that name. It's a Reed Timmer coffee cup. Cool. That's because I'm drinking my tea in a coffee cup. This is my iced tea. This just reminds me of coffee cup. That's my tea. It's iced tea. You hear the ice? I wish I can drink the healthy teas, like the green teas and all that, but I can't. It makes me barf. So, yeah, I tried it once. I was on that health kick. I was like, oh no. And so my ex coworker at the time, excuse me, she was like, I got a ton of tea here that I don't drink. It's really good for you, this green tea. And she's like, you know, we can have tea together. This was cool because at my other job, you can sit and drink tea and coffee while you're working, which, oh man, I miss those days. I miss the days of drinking coffee at work. You can't do that now, not where I work, because I work in a lab that's medical stuff. You can't have coffee there. You don't want to spill coffee on medical devices. What's really neat is like originally I was starting schooling and I quit for what is it, sterile processing? I was going to go in for sterile processing. And so it didn't work out for me. And so my daughter was like, "What's that?" And I told her about it. And so she ended up going to college for sterile processing. She graduated. And so her job, she's not a sterile processor. She works for a doctor now. So her job as a sterile processor got her a job as like a assistant to a doctor who is a what, dermatologist. So she does everything. She's like she assists in the surgeries and everything. She's like, yeah, I help during the surgeries, and she writes up all the reports on the what is it called? The samples that they get from each mole or tumor, whatever they remove off of the skin. She writes a pathology report. She writes those up and sends those off. And I remember her showing me some of them. I visited her work one day. Mark had a couple skin tags removed, and so we went to her place where she works. Her doctor, the lady she works for, she is phenomenal. She is such a sweetheart doctor. So she showed me like some like she's like, yeah, you see all this that's in the red light red writing, red pen. She said that's pathology that came back cancer. And I was like, that's so sad that some of them come back cancerous, skin cancer. Which I need to go make an appointment with her doctor to get I'm got, especially when you get older, you get a lot of age spots and everything. Get them checked out. I gotta get mine checked out. You can see I have a lot of freckles. You see that? I gotta get a skin check. She does a full body skin check. Make sure that, nothing looks like it could be cancerous or anything. If something looks suspicious to her, then she takes a biopsy of it. Nova, color Nova. Do you remember the show Nova? On PBS, there was Nova, Colorly. But then that would remind me of the serial killer. Um, that's what her name was. She was the first female serial killer that got put to death, which Eileen Warnos. They called her Lee. I'm a crime, was a crime, true crime. I watch a lot of that on YouTube, that other than Reborn stuff. I love watching my true crime. So, yep, that's basically what I listen to at work is all the true crime stuff. Anything with reborns I can't really listen to at work because then I want to see the reborns. Some videos that are like, oh, I want to see what you're talking about. I want to see the baby that you're showing. That's my word. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. True crime junkie. So now I'm watching everything Gypsy Rose Blanchard right now. And I wanted to go on this podcast. I actually clicked on the link to go live with this one channel, and I wanted to talk about the Gypsy Rose case and what my thoughts are and everything. And so I happened to be doing this. I happened to be painting. I was sitting here, and so my camera was on. So your camera is naturally on. They have to um, they want to see who's, coming on their live stream. And so they saw me painting and they're like, "What are you doing?" So I was like, "I'm painting a reborn doll." And they're like, and they got all interested in that instead of my comment on the participation of their podcast. So it ended up being a half-hour show on my reborn dolls. I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted to talk about what they were talking about and they wanted to talk about my reborn dolls. So, story goes right now that Gypsy Rose has a reborn doll as her baby. Like, I think her baby's real. If anybody happens to be following Gypsy Rose Blanchard and what's going on with her, but yeah, it's reborn dolls are. I guess I can tell when you're an artist. Man, if you make a reborn doll or a silicone doll that fools me, because I've been doing this for 20 years now, man, that's pretty darn good. There's a picture of her, Ken, holding the baby, and I'm like, that baby's real. I can tell it's real. It's not a reborn doll or a silicone doll. And if it is a silicone doll, because part of its shoulders are showing, that's a darn good baby. That artist is like, I seen a couple that fooled me, and to me that's. Thank you for the thumbs up. I see 3 thumbs up. We got 6 people here and 3 thumbs up. Yay! Keep them coming. Gotta go. Have a good night. Good night, Sweet Angels Nursery. Thank you for joining. Yeah, good night, good night. Thank you for being on here and listening to me just kind of babble on. Just sitting here chatting. But yeah, I could tell you the baby is real, and her pregnancy looked pretty real to me. That would be kind of funny if it wasn't real and it was a reborn doll. Then they're just going to have to keep up the charades of it being a reborn doll, and then they'll have to be a reborn toddler, and then they're going to have to be a reborn child, and it's funny. Let's see what other cases are going on. The Menendez brothers. So I was following that one, and then I don't know what happened there. Does anybody know what happened? Supposedly they were supposed to be getting out of prison, but didn't happen. Wonder what happened. And then I follow the lawyer. That guy's pretty good. The lawyer. Sorry, I was doing some checks. Oh, that's totally fine. I have my phone in my pocket when I'm in the rooms, but my headphone keeps it to where I can hear you. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. It's just kind of neat, like in different parts of the world, it's different time zones, like different time. Oh, yeah, so I have to make room on my camera, on my phone, for the video I'll be taking today of the doll show. I'll be taking you guys along with me. I'm going to film it. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to see who I'm going to get. Sometimes it's hard to film holding a camera, pushing a stroller all at once, so Mark is a big help when it comes to filming things like doll shows and stuff like that. I'm following the Karen Reed case. I don't think I've heard of that. You were in Texas? Ooh, what time is it there? I think you're an hour behind us, right? Because I think right now we are at 2:30. Holy crud! It's 2:30 in the morning. I gotta get off here soon. I'll finish this arm and then I'll go. Which will take a million years, right? It's like, we know Jen takes forever painting. I'm just gonna finish this arm and then make my videos. I want to make some pre-recorded videos. I haven't done that in a while. So what baby would you like me to record with? So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go make some videos to post during the week. So let me know right now what babies you would like me to change. It's 1:31 there. So you're an hour behind us. We're 2:32. Victor? Okay. Victor, it is. I'll have to change Victor. It's supposed to be, I did set a time for me to go to bed by 3 a.m., but that don't look like it's happening. I slept pretty much from 2 p.m. to 10, 2 to 10. It's going to be hard to go to bed. But definitely be filming all day tomorrow for the doll show. Oh, yeah, he's cute. So I'm debating on what baby should I take with me to the doll show. Either portrait baby Stephanie or should I take Brooklyn? So it's a tie between them two. I was going to root him at one point or hair paint him, but then I decided not to. Just leave him bald. Leave him bald, leave him as is. You know what is funny? I love when people on my channel asking if the baby is real or fake when Reborn Nursery is the channel name. I know, that's funny. We only got like, we didn't have much people here tonight. There have been usually when I go on this late, usually people, trolls, are not that I'm wanting the trolls to pop on. There's trolls that come on here, people, and then genuine people who are not in the Reborn community generally, who like, are those, like, those babies look real, like they ask what are they, and just generally want to know about. There's some trolls, but some that really want to know in general about Reborn dolls, which is fine, because usually like 20 people show up. I'm surprised that, you know the one night I was just doing a changing and like 50 people showed up, and that's never a thing on my channel. 'Cause no one shows up because this channel's so small. It's a brand new channel, and I was wondering, like, how the heck did this channel show up in so many places during a live stream? Yeah, so my channel is basically, it doesn't say nursery. Morningside Nursery happens to still be on YouTube from the last I've seen. I got locked out of that account, but it's still up. That was a channel from when my kids were little. I should check out that channel. My kids were real little there. That's when they were real little. I was in my 30s when I was doing that channel. I'll have to find out, like, if I can somehow get back into that account. I need to find somebody to talk to that knows about YouTube accounts and stuff. I'd like to get back both my channels. That would be nice. I barely made 500 subscribers, but when I would go live, no one ever got on, so I quit getting on live. Oh no, never quit. It makes you feel like you want to quit. No, don't do that. I tell myself that a lot if I feel like, oh, nobody likes me. But you know what? I'm here. I'm just sitting here, and if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. But I think it's all a matter of just getting yourself out there, and I was doing a fine job of that with my old channel. I had 14,000 subscribers, and I was actually getting paid through AdSense. And unfortunately, I got scammed and they stole my channel. It got taken down. So don't ever watch your product reviews, because I was doing product reviews for swimming pools at the time, and somebody sent me one, and hey, this is cool. I'm starting to get product reviews. Yay, this is great, right? It wasn't Reborn related, but it's like, oh, this is so awesome. Well, somebody sent me one I thought was real and had to do with they wanted me to try their computer, their laptop. It's like, we want to know, we want your feedback on that. So I downloaded to here, download a list of products we have to offer you. Pick a product, we'll send it to you to review. Boom. I downloaded it, and I downloaded something that they got a hold of everything on my phone, including all my accounts, and thank God they didn't get into my bank accounts or anything. They probably could have. But yeah, and before I know it, I was locked out of my Google account and everything with it was creativenewborns at yahoo.com. That was my old email. And I gotta find out if somebody can help me try to get that back, because there's so many things from 10 years ago or so. Now it's like 11 years. We've been on there for quite a while. It's all consistency. That's the key. Yeah, that's true. And I lack that right now because of my job and just I get tired. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, got to be consistent. Just got to keep at it. Just got to keep on keeping on with it. Keep on keeping on. That's so true. So, so, so true. Need my other brush. Get in a habit. Habits are a good thing because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm starting to get into a habit of not going to bed as soon as I get home from work because I was doing sleeping split times, like going to bed right when I get home. So that'd be at 7 a.m. and then getting up at 11 and doing stuff and then going back to bed for work. That just didn't work. I wasn't getting nothing done. Nothing was getting done. So now I make myself stay up till about noon. I get to bed. I get into bed by noon. I love watching all my shows. I have my favorite shows on YouTube. I don't watch TV no more. I watch YouTube. So I watch all my favorite videos and shows on YouTube and sit back, relax, and then eventually I drift off to sleep. Hopefully by 2 p.m. That gives me about 6 hours of sleep before I get up at 8. The more you're live, the more people will watch. Yep, that's what we're trying to do. Especially this time of night, because this is like, daytime on the other side of the world. It's daytime over there. A different, you know. It's hard to be consistent with this because of, just your job and then you got life things going on. I have a daughter that's having my grandson. I have a daughter who's having a baby and we're going to be busy with that. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and get as many dolls as possible done because for a couple of days there I'll be focusing on my daughter and her new son. So just trying to get these show baby. You see how long it's taken me to do an arm, right? Wish I can just go through this quickly. Can't rush art. I go to bed at 7 and wake up at 5 p.m. Nice, nice. All right, well, I think that is going to do it for this live stream because I'm going to work on probably the other arm and possibly start Charlie's hair. I'll give you a glimpse at Charlie again, this baby. Going full speed ahead with him, and he's going to start his hair painting possibly tonight. So I may go ahead and start doing that. I might do the videos tomorrow. I know I want to do videos tonight, but I'll be videoing today anyways, for the doll show. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get going. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you go. And we'll have Charlie here sign off for us. There he is. So yeah, thank you so much for spending 1 hour and 40 minutes with me. You could have been doing anything else. You could have been in bed sleeping, but you decided to spend time with me and chat with me. And for that, I thank you so much. And yeah, so I'm going to get going for tonight. Subscribe. There's going to be exciting videos because we're going to be videoing the doll show. It is a vintage doll show, so this is not a reborn doll show. It is a vintage doll show, but there are people who do come and we do meet up and they bring their reborn babies. So stay tuned for that video. And with that, I'm going to get going. I'm yawning, so I gotta go to bed. Alrighty. Alrighty, guys. I love you so much and thank you again for joining tonight's live. I will be back. I don't know when, but definitely I will be filming tomorrow's outing at the doll show. Like I said, if you're in and around Ohio, it's in Strongsville, Ohio. That's where the doll show is going to be. So we'll see you there. And yeah, they're going to be beautiful vintage babies there. I can't wait. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll talk to you later. Happy reborning. And thanks again for joining. See you again. Love ya. Bye. Bye. Love ya. Oh my gosh.